You heavy, lads?
Yeah, I got the heavy side.
Okay, so we're back in the workshop today. Finally opening a package that I've been dreaming of for years. Absolute years. She might slide in, will she?
She knows if it has it, so.
Can't wait to unbox this and then we'll talk a bit about it. Start opening this very late Christmas present. I asked for this like 10 years ago and it only came now. Okay.
You excited, James?
Yeah. Crazy excited, to be honest. This has been a dream of mine since the Gran Turismo days. Somehow we're able to make it happen this year. I'm just anxious now, like hopefully it's not upside down or something. A long time that I've been extremely excited. Still more unwrapping, this will take a while. Yeah, some collector. Thank God we have the leads and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll speed up the process since we don't have much time. Okay, so now we're getting down to it. Some more clues, cut the plugs. A big part of this project is obviously you can see the car here, and we have 3.5 weeks to LZ Festival where we plan to launch the car as well as Becky's car and the latest updates on both of them. But this motor here, as you can see, there's one rotor, 2, 3, 4. This is unreal. What a little ball of joy. Yeah, four-rotor PPRE NA, which I've been dreaming of since I was a kid. The lads will tell you, anytime at Goodwood or anything with 787Bs or any events we've seen them at, it's just that sound has been the dream. We have been aiming for it for a very long time, but obviously these things don't come very easily, so we managed to make it happen this year. And the RX7 is the perfect car for it. When I built this car, we could barely, originally back in 2009, we could barely afford to build it with an SR. We got the car with a blown rotary. Nobody had rotary knowledge. That wasn't an option going back, so we just built an SR, and that car has been an evolution of different SRs built by my brother over the years, but the long-term plan was to go back to a proper four-rotor at some point, or a proper rotary even. But when it came to deciding which one, you know, this car is a fun car. I have my competition cars where this is all about the show, so that's why I decided to try to go for a four-rotor. I remember playing Gran Turismo 3 when I was a kid and driving a 787B. I used to have the TV turned up to the last, press the 0 button on the remote, and just go into the internal camera view and listen to the car idle, just that idle. Like I must actually get that game again and play it, because that brings back so many memories. But yeah, I was obsessed with the sound of these, like so many people are. Yeah, we're gonna try to make it our own, enjoy it. PPRE did an amazing job of, look at the size of them babies. They're serious.
Can hear the revs already.
Oh God. Oh, I can't wait to hear that. All in a very short space of time. We have a lot of stuff to do, but yeah, let's get cracking. Okay, so the RX7 is now cleaned all down to metal under the bonnet, in under the wheel arches, and ready for Mikey to give it a good shot of lacquer and paint. We're giving the inside of it a quick freshen up too. Freshen up, freshen up.
Freshen up, freshen up.
So RX7 is in the spray booth, ready to get a nice refresh on the inside. Just quick tidy up, bring it back, and under the bonnet we're all back to metal, ready for a fresh coat of primer and paint and lacquer. Got the crash bar in the front, dry some cover, hinges, all ready to go white. So this hole here, that's for, we're gonna make a mini firewall there for the dry sump lines. And then you can see here, it's all sealed up, nice little firewall for the dry sump tank that's gonna sit in there. All ready to go. Can't wait to see this thing. That again, Mikey, what's the sound like? I hope it sounds better than that. Well, she's looking fresh. Nice enough. His first time. First coat of white going on. How's your face mask?
Good job.
That is fuck. Serious job, Mikey. Looking mint. Sweet. So, Mikey, nice job.
Yeah. Shiny.
So huge thanks to the guys at S&B Auto Body. Last minute search for a boot and the lads helped us out. So serious job here, Mikey. Finish is unbelievable. It's starting to rain now, so we'll get the bonnet on it, get it back home, get it on the truck, and back to the next stage of the project. But very happy with that. Inside as well is also like new, so sweet job. Right, before it starts raining, let's get her loaded. So one little look at her before she sits in place. Serious piece of kit. Starting a new week fresh here, early morning in the workshop. We started nice and early today for a Monday. So Mikey, it's looking great now. She's all dry.
Yeah.
Very happy with the finish. It's like, it's perfect. It's amazing. It's very good. Like, extremely happy with that. So we got fresh wise fab on there. Still on the BCs that I got for this car back in 2013. So that's when I first started using BC. The only change we made is we put on 12K front springs because the four-rotor is, oh yeah, we said that already. Four-rotor is quite a bit heavier than the SR that was in there before. Now the front is reassembled back to a standard RX7 front cross member. The steering rack is solid mounted on this car, so everything back where it should be. The old subframe was quite modified to fit the SR sumpan and everything in. So back in the standard stuff, everything painted nice and fresh. New ACT clutch and Pro Light flywheel on the four-rotor. It's the first time it's out of the box. And we're ready to lift her up and sit her in for the first time. We got some new package off ECU Master as well with some EGT sensors and lambda and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be busy, but we'll do our best. Just sitting on the ears, yeah. When we went to fit the engine, it's a bit more work than we had planned. So steering rack was too high to have, the engine would have been sitting far too high in the engine bay, so I had to drop the steering rack down just over an inch. That took up quite a bit of time, and also making a spacer for the hydraulic release bearing took a bit of time. Tomorrow we'll be lining the engine up and getting back into it. So long day here for everyone, and yeah, tomorrow we should see a lot more progress. Hope it all goes well. So the first time it's actually sitting in place, and when we say sitting, it's literally just sitting. Not the easiest transfer to do, so the steering rack had to come down quite a bit to have enough clearance so the engine wasn't sitting too high and the transmission wasn't sitting too high in the tunnel. So now we have to make our mounts in the rear, then make our transmission mount, and then at the end we'll put one more mount across the front just to give it all the support it needs. But it looks class. Looks class in there. Obviously the rag doesn't do it much justice, but yeah, it's gonna look unreal. We have our coils mounted here. So yeah, coming together slowly, but definitely a lot to do. Every job is taking quite a bit of time, so yeah, hopefully it starts coming together nice for us. You ready for the late nights?
Yeah. Red Bull on standby.
So I'm down here at PT Motorsport Electrics, and here we have the new EMU Pro 16, ECU Master's latest ECU, which will be running on the four-rotor RX7. It's actually my second time using this system. We used the first one at Drift Week in the 350Z and the V8 car, which we had a lot of fun with. So yeah, it's been a busy couple of nights, couple of days and nights, but here she is, finally sitting in her resting place, all mounted and ready to start wiring. So Paul and the guys here at PT are gonna get stuck into it and start getting it together. Over the next couple of days there's going to be a full loom build for this car. Then we're going to bring it back to my workshop and start working on the plumbing, a few modifications to the exhaust. Definitely a lot of late nights coming, but huge thanks to everyone at home for helping out. And these two reunite once again. My original Falcon Tires S14, which is also down here getting a full loom built for all of the ECU Master products. So we have the front PMU, rear PMU, and the ECU is here as well inside in the office for it. So looking forward to getting stuck into finishing this car later in the year. But now full steam ahead getting this girl ready. But look how low it sits in there. It looks absolutely amazing. Right, back on the road and come back for this in a couple of days.